So I'm gonna put my vision first without having too much direction. I don't like having too much directions. Like
Mhm.
if you come to me and you're like, we want this, that kind of rhythm, that kind of sound design, and I'm like, yeah, cool. I see what you want, and you can ask this guy.
Music composing, we understand that there are people, there are enough experts who compose, who do the background score, which is a very normal thing. But what I have seen in your clips, uh, these are some amazing sounds. Which, how do you create these sounds?
Well, that's a great questions. I think the my first rule is like I don't have any rules. It's that simple. Just by being curious, I've been exploring things that I was always wondering, is that possible? So sometimes it's not, sometimes it is. I've because I never been to music school or things like this. I learned everything I know by myself. So that allowed me to play with things that maybe you don't learn at school. So they always try to put you in a really straight visions and things like this. Me, tools I have, I always try to get what I want from them. So but I think just by being curious and spending times playing with what you have, I started with really small gears, but even with small gears, I was doing things that it's just fun, it's just having fun. When I go out and I record my dogs running around, and I can make the sound of an army of monsters just with my dog's sounds, is just by honestly, for this one that maybe you watch on Instagram. I was walking outside my apartment and my dog was playing. I was throwing the ball. I was like, it would be cool if I put a mic on the ground and my dog was just running around near the mic. And I tried it and spent a day playing with the sound I recorded, and that was the result. So honestly, it's not by being a genius. It's just being curious and trying to break the rules and the limits that others might try to put in front of you.
When you say you treat sounds, for example, you pick up a sound. What do you mean by treatment? You add several layers. What is the final objective? Is the final sound already in your mind, or you keep creating till you reach something unique? How does it work?
It's a little bit of both actually. Like when I have when I record a sound, it's like in my mind, it's like printing a vision of what this sound can be.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the process between what I hear, what I want to hear, sometimes it's difficult, but most of the time I know it's like having, it's kind of hard to explain because it's like having a picture of the sound that I am trying to get. So sometimes I don't know the process, sometimes I'm exploring the process, but I do have a glimpse of the result in my head. Yeah. So um it, sometimes I get result that it's not exactly what I was expecting, but it works. But most of the time, I do have yeah, like a vision of the sound that I'm trying to get.
So, and when you compose, you do the background score and you do the sound design. How do you balance between the two? I mean, how much of music, how much of special effects, or the visual dictates it?
Feelings, honestly, just feelings. There's no much more I can tell about it. It's again, I well, keep in mind you always have a director to please, but again, they
Mhm.
comes to me for what I do. So I'm gonna put my vision first without having too much direction. I don't like having too much directions. Like
Mhm.
if you come to me and you're like, we want this, that kind of rhythm, that kind of sound design, and I'm like, yeah, cool. I see what you want, and you can ask this guy.
Mhm.
Basically, it's what I answered. If you come to me and it's like, do your things for this project, I like to put my vision first, but I'm not stubborn. If the
Mm-hmm.
director don't like what I do, I'll be following. We try to meet somewhere that we
Mm-hmm.
both like. So the first time I work on a project, if don't have too many directions, then I can do what I like. Music and sound design, against to balance those things. It's all about feelings. It's like when I watch the first time I watch a scene, it's all, it's all building in my head, like the type of emotion, the type of music. Does it really need sound design there? Oh, actually, I'm just gonna put heavy sound design, and that's gonna pull out that we don't need music for this part. I try to do things differently. Like, you got a big fight scene. Some Most of the time you're gonna hear epic music, and but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do the opposite. Like probably a nice piano that you can it will probably be a romantic scene, but I'm gonna put so many some design that the scene is so heavy that it's actually got a nice feeling, if you see what I mean. Like I try to again, it's all about experimenting things instead of doing what you already know. You're experimenting things. Not I'm not scared of losing time when I work on a project. I'm not scared of being I'm I work fast. Like I know how to
Mm-hmm.
work very fast, but it's not my first aim. My first aim is to experiment things.
Generally, let's say for a short film of 10-20 minutes, how much work is it? How soon can you finish the job?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can actually tell the truth, because
Mhm.
got a lot of clients that are gonna come back to me and be like, "Hey, you lied to us."
No, because filmmakers will be scared if you take posterity to do such jobs. They don't have the luxury to do it. Filmmaking
Yeah.
is a time-bound process.
Well, I'm gonna give you an example. Like,
Mhm.
that was the fastest project that I had, the fastest job that I done. It
Mhm.
was for a very, very famous French YouTuber. He's got millions of followers on YouTube, and he loves games. He's a game
Mhm.
player, and he wanted to do a, a battle royal short movie,
Mhm.
right? With in this short movie, there was like Captain America scene, Harry Potter scene, Iron Man scenes, lot of visual effects, a lot of CGI, a lot of VFX, not CGI, sorry, but VFX effects. So battle between
Mhm.
Captain America and Harry Potter, a big battle royal. It was 6 minutes. And when I received the film, I had 5 days to do the music and the sound design. So it
Mhm.
was like five different music tracks to get, because I cut in my head first time I watched it. It was like, okay, there's five kind of different chapters, so I had to compose. I even start with the sound design. I think I did all the sound design before I even tried to do the music. So that was one of this example where I didn't even tackle the music. I did all the sound design. It took me 3 days. The 6 minutes took me 3 days, but it's a lot of sound design. Yeah, a lot of
Mhm.
guns, a lot of bullet
Mhm.
impacts everywhere. And as I said earlier, everything's everything you see, you have to hear it. So even in the background, you see a bullet like just bouncing around. I put a sound for it. I really try. It's a matter of working with the mix after, but I know the sound is there for even for the small bullet that you see in the background. So that was a very hard work. So yeah, and in a lot and the 2 days I have left, I did all the music and the final mix. So in 5 days, even less than 5 days, I was able to put this video together. That was intense.
Mhm.
But again, for a 6 minute film, 5 days of sound design and music. Sometimes it's enough because it's light. You don't need too much. But for this kind of example where it's very heavy in music and sound design, um, I was very fast. I did another video the other day, it was 10 minutes, but it took me half a day to finish it because wasn't too much to do.